Good morning, young lady. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Yeah. Tanya, man, it's been a while since I've seen you. Matter of fact, let's start from the beginning. Tell people your name and where you from.
My name is Tanya Easter, and I'm from High Point, but I came to Greensboro once I came homeless.
Oh, when you became homeless?
Yes.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Let's start from the beginning. Let's talk, how was your childhood growing up?
I was raised by my birth mother. She, at 10 years old, she pimped me out to her crack dealer. And she was in the room with me while he raped me and told me to quit crying and take it.
And who was that?
My mother.
Your real biological mother?
Uh-huh. And I went to school the next day and told on him. Didn't tell on her, but told on him. And she ran with me and my paralyzed grandmother to Tennessee. I stayed there a month, and then she dropped me off at her sister's house. Told me she was gonna go buy me a candy bar, and when I went back outside an hour later with her sister, all my shit was outside on the ground.
And how old was you?
10.
At 10 years old?
At 10 years old.
Your mama did all this to you at 10 years old?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's it's hard to believe, but I believe you, because I don't think you got no reason to lie.
I ain't got no reason to lie.
So what was her reason? Why would she treat her child like that?
I don't know, because she had a son that's 7 years younger than me. So when I was 10, he was 3. She kept him, but she threw me away.
What was your father? Your father was around?
No, my father was in prison.
Your father was in prison?
Yeah, he was in Fed time doing 21 years.
Wow. Did your mom have any type of addictions or anything?
Just on crack?
Just on crack? That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, crack is a lot.
Oh, yeah, because she would go into the food pantry that we had, and I knew as soon as she come out that I was getting my ass whooped. And I don't mean just whooped. I mean, she beat me with her fists, her shoes, every goddamn thing. I woke up many times in the hospital from her.
So your mama used to beat you till you went to the hospital?
Oh, yeah. And I never told on her because I loved her then.
Right. So did your mama raise you till you was 18, till you went out on your own? Or, I mean, when she left you at 10, who took care of you?
Her sister. That's the
Your
one
aunt.
that I called my mom.
Your aunt?
Yeah.
Your aunt.
And once I turned 17 and had my first son, my biological mom called me and was like, I ain't never talked to her in 7 years. Now, granted, the whole time in those 7 years, I done went to I done went to nut hospitals, training school and everything because of her. And the court system asked her to come to do her paternal rights. She lost them because she didn't even show up. And so my aunt adopted me.
So she became legally your parent?
Right, at 14.
At 14?
Right, and when I was 17, when I had my first child, my biological mom called me and was like, congratulations, Tanya. What your son gonna call me? I was like, nothing. I don't call you nothing.
Your real mother called you?
You right.
And asked you what your biological son was gonna call her?
Right, I said nothing. I said, he's gonna call your sister grandma or nana.
Right. That's right.
I said, that's who I call mom.
That's right.
Not you. I call you by your name. And when I was little, when I was living with her, I called her by her name then.
Because she never acted like a mom?
No, she did. She really did.
She's still living?
Oh yeah, she lives in Tennessee.
Right.
And the crazy thing is, my younger brother that I wasn't even raised around grew up with the same addiction I did with opiates.
Oh, you grew up with opiate addiction?
I got an opiate addiction of fentanyl. He was on fentanyl too.
So when you were 7, you had your first kid?
No.
17
yeah,
you had your first kid.
Yeah.
So when did you get introduced to your first drug? Tried your first drug?
My first drug was marijuana at 12.
At 12?
Yeah. And I would smoke marijuana and drink.
At 12 years old?
At 12 years old.
Alcohol and marijuana?
Uh-huh.
Around your aunt?
No.
You were living with her though?
Yeah.
But you were sneaking and doing that?
Right.
Okay.
Well, now, I'm not going to lie to you. Her husband and her oldest son, they was weird to me. They was molesting me.
Her husband and the son?
And her oldest son.
Her oldest son?
And her husband.
And her husband. So her oldest son, was he your age? Or,
no, he was 5 years older than me. So he was...
So him and his daddy was molesting you?
No, that's his stepdad.
Okay.
But yeah.
Mercy. That's a hard childhood.
You damn right. That's a very fucking hard. And she said, when I told her when I was at the mental hospital, I come back to visit her, And I was talking about this with her, and she was like, well, it's your fault. It's because you dress sexy. I dress like a tomboy. Why is it my fault at 12 years old?
Right. Sometimes they always try to find excuses to protect the other person that don't want to listen to you.
That's right. And her
hide from the
husband...
hurt. She probably was mad at you for like you enticed them the whole time.
Right, you're
and
right,
the whole time you get molested.
Right. And her husband was the one that was bothering me since I was 7. But I didn't ever tell him.
Since you was 7?
Yeah. When I would go spend a night with her.
Okay, because you still with your mama this time.
Yeah.
So we used to go spend the night with your aunt.
Yeah.
That's when you first started.
And I would wake up, because he would drink alcohol all the time then. And I woke up to him putting his hand down my shirt. At 7 years old, I'm flat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he woke up, looked out the door, opened it, sat down in his chair and went to sleep. And then he pulled out his dick and was flipping it around. I went running into my brother's cousin's bedrooms there. And I never told nobody that either until I got older.
Until you got older?
Yeah.
So, okay, that's unbelievable, man. I hate to hear that type of stuff. That's why I got a child. I protect my child with everything I got.
Damn right. My 3 boys, I protected them till all I had.
Okay, so how they doing now?
Well, now my oldest son, he turned 24. Now he's in prison.
Right.
But he got caught 2nd-degree murder, but he only got 8 years. And I told my oldest son, I said, you keep your mouth shut, Corey. I said, because I know a lot of drug dealers that's caught more time than that at 8 years. And he got down with my old husband's gang, gangster disciples, folk.
Right.
And he stabbed a boy to go up in the ranks, so I guess he's getting more time for that.
Hey, that's your oldest son.
That's my oldest.
So what about your middle son?
My middle son is the junior. Well, I call him JJ. It stands for Jason Jr. He's 19. He graduated from Davidson Community College in Weldon. He works every day, 7 days a week.
Good kid.
Good kid, making $30 an hour. You damn right.
That's
Weldon.
Right. That's right.
Damn right.
That's
making
right.
$30 an hour. You damn right. I'm very fucking proud of him.
Right. Hey, what about your youngest son?
My youngest son is Micah. He's 14.
Oh, he's still a kid.
Yeah, he's a kid. He's still a kid. He doesn't want to live with me. I understand that.
Right, to get yourself together.
You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But he stays with my mother, and I have it work out because my mother had a stroke last year.
Right.
That my niece would take him if anything happened to my mother. And she would take him.
So who raised them kids?
I raised them.
You raised them.
You damn right I raised them. You are damn right. I might be an addict, but I mean, I still was a fucking mama first.
That's right. That's right. I can hear it in your voice.
You damn right, because I didn't do my drugs in front of them. I either did it in the bathroom or in my bedroom with the door locked.
Right.
I mean, they might have known that I was on it.
But you try to have much respect as you could.
You goddamn right I did. They never felt my needles or nothing like that. I didn't leave them laying out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so.
And I didn't even share needles even with my husband.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
What about now? You share needles now?
Hell no.
Okay. I'm just asking. Hey, I'm just asking.
Nah,
Listen.
you don't do that.
Why is that?
Because, got many reasons. Because, first of all, that's blood. So you can get diseases, and I don't give a damn.
Hepatitis, HIV, all
you
that.
damn right. And you can't get rid of that shit. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And when my husband was alive, I never knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because every 2 years he would cheat on me. I don't know if he was using protection or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
you protect yourself even from him.
You damn right.
That's right. I understand. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Especially when you already educated and know what type of lifestyle you live in. So that shit bring a lot of negative stuff.
It does.
That's right. That's true. Okay, so listen. Let's back up a little bit. So when you start smoking weed at a young age, when did your drug habit progress to something more serious than alcohol and marijuana?
It did. I got a tumor on my eye tooth right here. That took away my whole top plate of my teeth. Yeah. And they was giving me Percocet 10s, 30 of them every week.
Every week? 30 perks?
Yeah.
Oh, they wanted you to get addicted.
That was before the opiate epidemic ever hit, because I was 19 then.
Oh, that's way back then.
Yeah.
How old are you now, Tanya?
41.
Oh, you 41?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And after they told me to eat 5 of them, I wasn't eating no 5 of them. I was eating 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? I just did it for the pain.
Right.
But after a year, they cut me slap off. And so I'm just leaning.
You already addicted to them.
My body is,
Your
right.
body, yeah.
And my mother-in-law, husband's mother, said, "You're a dope head." I was like, "No, I'm not. I didn't crush them up and snort them or eat them, do nothing wrong." She was like, "Hold on," because she's always been a heroin addict since she was 24.
So she knew the signs.
Yeah. And she come back with a Percocet 10. I ate it. 35 minutes later, I was fine. I was like, damn it. And back then...
So you was opiate sick?
Yeah. Back then, you could get Percocet 10s for $2. God.
So you say you're getting Percocets for $2 a piece?
Yep.
Dang. So what happened now? So you getting the Percocets, and your aunt say, "Hey, you dope sick," and you took one, and you felt better. That's when you knew that you was addicted to opiates.
Right.
And then what happened?
So we would buy pain pills. My husband worked, and he sold weed. And we had a dealer of pills that would trade weed, and he was fronting something till my husband got paid.
Right.
And we always paid it. And I was on that for a year. Me and my husband was. And after that year, the prices of the pills started going up. And I was just like, and he was like, "Man, we just need to go ahead and get on heroin. It's cheaper." That's what my husband said. And I was like, he said, "It's basically the same thing."
Yeah, but this ain't your husband I met 2 years ago in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. We'll talk about him in a minute.
And I was like, so he was like, "We can get a dime bag for $10. My mom can go where they are, and we can share it, snort it." Where the first time we did it, it was okay. We fucked all day in her house. She was over there
Off
at
heroin?
her friend. His mama's.
Off heroin? When y'all first tried it? Y'all just had sex all day?
And it slowly got worse and worse, you know. But we could share a dime bag between us two, and it would last us all day.
Right.
But now, if somebody gives me a dime bag, that's one shot.
Right.
So,
The tolerance level went all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about what was your husband's name?
Jason?
I mean, when I met y'all like a couple years ago out there on 68, he was in a wheelchair. So when you first met him, was he in a wheelchair?
No. Diabetes did that to him. Because he had a miss in his arm that swelled up.
Right.
And he went to the hospital in Reedsville. And they said that his sugar was almost 1,000. They didn't understand why he wasn't dead or in a coma or something. So they put him on 2 types of insulin, the short-acting and the long-term.
Right.
But insulin has to be refrigerated. He
Right.
was homeless then.
Y'all was homeless.
Yeah.
So it was hot.
Yeah.
Y'all was shooting up hot insulin.
Yeah, he couldn't have that insulin. So he kept it at his mama's house when she finally got an apartment. But once we, went there a time or two, he didn't take it.
Yeah, that's my senior been about a year ago. What happened? I mean, how you doing? He all right?
He's dead now.
Oh, yeah, he passed?
He died on last Halloween.
Last Halloween?
He killed himself.
He killed himself?
He didn't, his mother died 10 days before him. He couldn't deal with, because he was an only child. He couldn't deal with the fact that his mother didn't love him as a child. She loved him as a boyfriend. He knew that, I knew that, and she knew that.
What you mean by loving his boyfriend?
She molested him as a child.
God almighty. So all kids get molested?
Most of them.
She molested him as a child?
Yep.
So as he grew up, she looked at him as a boyfriend, not as a son?
Right. Because she beat up all his girlfriends.
Did she beat you up?
Hell no! Fuck no! Because my oldest son is biracial.
Right. You got something about white, Mexican, black, or what?
Black and white.
Okay.
And he called my husband, who was white, Dad.
Right.
Because that's the only dad he knew.
Right.
His sperm donor wasn't shit. And, my son was okay until she had her own grandchild. Her own.
Okay, then she threw your son to the side.
Then my son was an N-boy.
Okay. The N-boy. I get it. I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah. So let me ask you something. So if she molested him the whole time and she died, why did it affect him so much that he wanted to kill himself?
No. I think he was hoping that he could try to get her to change to the mother that he wanted.
Oh, okay.
And he was an only child. He wanted a mother's love.
Right.
And when I was out here on the streets, he got to the point that he had to wear a diaper. I changed his ass. I was his mother. But he just could not accept that fact that his own mother didn't want to love him like that.
Right. So how did he kill himself?
No human can go without 3 or 4 days without drinking anything. So he did that. He literally did that. He didn't drink.
So he died
nothing.
dehydration?
Dehydration.
Did he?
On the 3rd day, I realized he hadn't drunk nothing. The day before or the day before that, I got a centimeter of water down his throat. By the time I walked to the store and back, it was like 15 minutes to buy black. He was already dead.
So you found him?
Oh yeah, he was dead. We was in her apartment still.
Who apartment?
Penny's, his mother's apartment.
Oh, when she died, y'all went and stayed there for 10 days?
Yeah.
And he died in the same apartment?
Yeah.
Dang, this is a movie type like situation.
And his son, his middle son, the junior, came, because he died on Halloween. And I didn't want to tell them because to ruin their Halloween. He came, I told him on November 1st, he came that day to make sure I wasn't going to kill myself over it. And I was like, 2 reasons I'm not going to kill myself, JJ. I said, 1, both of y'all kids don't deserve both of y'all parents dying from suicide.
Right.
And 2, I'm not going to kill myself over a husband that couldn't stay with me on earth.
Right.
Because I was
You're not finna follow him to hell. You got your life right neither with God.
Right.
I know that's right. So was he still an addict?
Yeah.
What was his addiction?
Heroin.
To the day he died. So did that play any role in his death? He had no fentanyl in his system when he died.
Well, I mean, he did.
But that ain't why he died.
He didn't. That's not why he died. And his mother was a fentanyl addict. But that didn't play a role in her part because she died from COVID and COPD stage 4.
Oh, his mom.
Yeah,
his mom died. He died and just left you out here and the 2 kids. Okay. So I heard you say something about today was a special day with him. Why
it's his birthday.
Today's his birthday? Today, right now, is his birthday.
October 3rd.
How old would he be?
44.
44? I thought that man was in his 60s.
Diabetes did that shit to him.
God, he went up to 40. He would be 44 years old right now? So he died at 43. Wow.
He had a birthday and 2-3 weeks later he died.
Oh, that's unbelievable, man.
Yeah. Because he went from 215 pounds.
Down about 150.
3 years he was 45 pounds.
How much?
45 pounds.
45 pounds.
He wore 2 outfits out here. When he went to his mom's to change clothes, he was literally a skeleton.
Dang.
Literally. I mean, diabetes was killing him.
So let me ask you something. With that type of lifestyle that you lived from the time you was a baby until now, all the stuff you've seen, I know you done gained a lot of wisdom on earth, seeing so much negativity, and you learn so many lessons from life. Have you thought about getting you some help, getting out, like changing your lifestyle? Because I see you out there. I pulled up. I said, "Dang, that's Tanya," because I remember you. But you got a whole lot skinnier yourself.
Yeah, well, I know. But yeah, I agree with you. I got approved for housing through Guilford County Housing Authority. I go October 13th at 10 a.m. So as long as they'll take their voucher, I'm golden. They'll pay my rent and utilities forever.
Right.
And I'm currently on methadone.
Oh, so you are getting methadone?
Yeah.
So are you using the other thing at the same time? Be honest.
I use a little bit when my methadone wears off. Because it wears off.
You do enough to keep from becoming sick.
Right, exactly.
Well, how's that sickness?
Way worse.
Talk about it.
Well, fentanyl sickness, you got the yawning, the sneezing, legs running, the shits, the puking. And that takes about, 6-7 hours. But with methadone sickness, that comes within an hour.
Good
All of those symptoms. It's way worse to get off methadone than it is fentanyl. I swear.
Oh, yeah?
Because I've been off and on with methadone the whole 15 years. And I was on 150 and I was doing some great fentanyl, and I think that's what caused my brain aneurysm 3 years ago.
Right.
So, that I don't know.
So let me ask you something. I heard that when they look out for you and give you methadone, in order for you to continue to get the methadone, you got to take a drug test, make sure you're not on anything else. How can you pass that drug test if you're still dipping and dabbing?
Yeah, well, first of all, you got to go to the right clinic. So all of them take Medicaid. I got Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
I chose Metro. And only reason I chose Metro was because I can do that. I mean, because they will still give me a take-home because they're closed on Sunday. And they still will give me, when they're closed on a holiday, to give me a take-home. Just because I dipping and dabbing and filling my drug test, that ain't going to stop them from giving me a take-home.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I want to be cleaned up.
Right. That's everything. I hear everybody say, don't matter how many rehabs you go to, how much help you get.
If
you're
you
not
don't
ready,
want it,
if you don't want it,
you don't want it. Because my husband, I begged him before he died to try to get clean. And he had done been to all the methadone clinics too. But both of them, two of them, Crossroads and ADS, want to go where the nurse wants to take you in to piss with you.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a shy bladder. He could not piss with them in there. He even had it with his probation officer. They heated it. He could not piss. Mm-hmm. And Metro doesn't let.
I get it. They're more lenient.
Yeah, because they let you go in and piss it by yourself.
Right, and that'll help you a whole lot of time past that piss.
You damn right.
Yeah, that's right. So let me ask you something. If there was, what's your biggest regret in life? If you had one regret in life, what was it?
I don't know though. I would say just let them take that tumor out and not take those pills.
Not you talking when you were young? When you was young?
Yeah. I wouldn't have started on them opiates.
Right.
I wouldn't have started. I would have just got them to cut it out right then and there.
That pain medication took your whole life on.
It really did. It really fucking did. And the whole time before when I was pregnant, before the tumor, with the second child, the JJ,
mm-hmm.
Penny, his mother, was getting a weekly check from not working. It was like almost $200. So I would let her borrow money out of the bill money.
Mm-hmm.
But Jason said that as long as he made sure that she'd get the money to get heroin, to let him get some of that heroin too, so he could snort it in the bathroom.
Hey, that's awesome.
And she told me that I got him hooked on her. No, the fuck I didn't. You did. I wasn't even addicted then. I didn't even start it then.
Right. You never told me. You said after a year or so, they just cut you completely off.
They did.
For what?
Well, I mean, the tumor was gone.
Okay, that's what it was.
Right. Yeah. And so they didn't just wing me off of it.
They just stopped you cold turkey.
Right.
Wow. That's what's going on, man. I appreciate your time. I got a donation for you, but before we go, I want you to do me a favor. Mm-hmm. In case there is any students, youth, adolescents that's contemplating on choosing the lifestyle that you chose, going down the same road that you went down, what type of advice would you give them?
Don't do it. Really. Once you try opiates the first time, that's a done deal. Just stop. Don't do it. I promise you. You ain't gonna want to do it. Because it starts off at one thing, like you're eating pink pills, you snorting them, then it comes to shooting. Don't even do it. Because I've been on it for 21 years, 22 years.
That's powerful. I appreciate your time. I got a donation for you. And I hope next time I see you, you'll be in a better place. I'm going to be praying for you. And God bless you.
God bless you too.
You